Okay. Good morning, downtown. Good morning, Annex.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Just waiting for lawyers.
Yes, ma'am. We're ready.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I have a question. I have a Mr. Ochoa Isaiah scheduled for report, but he's a possible special needs, and he's not cooperative. Right now, I saw him, they moved him to a different cell because he wasn't cooperating with officers.
Okay, let me get his lawyer on here and we'll see what we can do.
Your Honor, also here at the annex, Mr. Vasquez Dominic, same situation.
Okay, let me get his lawyer on here
Yes, ma'am.
and we'll see what we can do. Jeez. Actually, she's in the waiting room. Let me let her in. Good morning, Miss Yaldo.
Good morning.
We have two of your clients that are being a little difficult this morning. Mr. Isaiah Ochoa and Mr. Dominic Vasquez.
Okay, Your Honor, I can find out who their attorneys are. Neither are my individual clients. I
Okay,
can find out right now.
actually Ochoa is not yours, it's Miss
It's-
Grassheimer's,
Okay,
but Dominic Vasquez is.
okay, let me find out who his attorney is right now, Your Honor. I apologize.
Judge, I found out that Dominic Vasquez belongs to Rafael Morales as well. Through his trial.
Great.
No,
He is in trial, right?
Yes, ma'am. He just told me that his legal assistant is bringing up the motion to withdraw on that other case we were discussing. And Dominic Vasquez is his as well.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, Judge, if I may, is this the case that ends in 2130?
Yes.
Okay, his attorney is actually not Mr. Morales, it's Mr. Andres Caballero.
All right.
So I assume because he has mental health issues, Mr. Caballero is the mental health attorney. I'm just trying to call him right now. If you just would give me one moment, Your Honor.
All right. See if you can get him on here for us, please.
Of course, and he's not currently in trial, so let me give him a call.
Good. May I have Raul Chacon, please?
Is that Mr. Chacon Mesa?
Probably. All I have is Raul Chacon.
I have him in a different floor, Your Honor. Could I?
Okay,
Want me to go with him first, or do you want to do the ones? that I have?
please. No,
Yes.
let's get him because I don't have Miss Grasheim up here yet.
Okay, let me go to the floor then.
Thank you. We'll be with you shortly, Jason. Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, Judge.
Annex, do you by chance have Mr. Barry Colorino?
Yes, ma'am.
May I have him up, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Your Honor, just to update the court,
Hold on, Miss Yaldo, I'm about to start a hearing. Give me
no
a
problem,
minute.
Your Honor.
Mr. Estrada, are you ready?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Barry Calorino, cross numbers 2023-0C0 2284, 2023-0C0 2349, 2023-0C00821, 2023-0C0 2347, 2022-0C0 5644. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
And the defense.
Chris Estrada for Mr. Calorino, ready to proceed, Your Honor.
All right, we set this up for pre-trial because he's got plenty of time in jail already. And we're trying to see what we can do to move these along. What's going on with the felony, Mr. Estrada?
Your Honor, he did have a older felony and then he picked up a new felony. They're both in the 327th. We have filed a motion to get him through competency court and get a mental health evaluation. We are currently waiting on that on the felony side.
Okay. Do you feel he is incompetent?
I don't believe he is incompetent, Judge, but I do believe that there is a lot of mental health issues when he is not on his meds. And I believe that's the cause of most of these criminal offenses.
Okay. What's the rec on these, Mr. Morales?
I do not have one genuinely, Your Honor, but I would be willing to do credit for time served at this point, given the length of his stay.
Yes, he's got about 174 days in jail now. Do you expect him to be examined anytime soon, Mr. Estrada?
Your Honor, I know one of my other clients who's also waiting. He's been waiting for almost a month now, and his was filed before. So I would anticipate kind of the same time frame, but I don't have an exact date.
Okay, then we will set this for another pretrial in about 45 days. Hopefully he will be examined by then. If not, we may examine him on ours.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Do we have Mr. Chacon yet? Downtown? No. Okay. Yes, Miss Yaldo.
Thank you so much, Your Honor. So I did speak with Mr. Caballero. He's currently in the 34th District Court, but he did give me information regarding Mr. Vasquez. Mr. Caballero is currently filing a motion for competency, and he has been unable to speak with Mr. Vasquez because he's been uncooperative. He was recently transferred to Mr. Caballero because of the severe mental health issues.
Okay. Then I'm going to, this was set for a pretrial. He's not booked on our case, but he has 768 days on the felony. So we're definitely going to do something on ours.
Yes, Your
let
Honor.
Mr. Caballero know that he needs to get that motion filed immediately.
He actually
And-
just logged in, Your Honor. He just messaged me.
Okay, there he is, yes.
Thank you.
So we can get him over here. Good morning, Mr. Caballero. Ms. Yaldo has relayed. Are you with us, Mr. Caballero? Mr. Caballero? Please turn on your camera and unmute yourself. There you
I'm having
go.
issues with my computer, Judge, sorry.
All right. Ms. Yaldo has relayed the information you gave her. Your client does have over 768 days in jail on the felony. He's not booked on the misdemeanor. If they're not going to comp him on the felony, then file your motion with us and we will get him comped immediately.
Yes, Judge, the case was just transferred over to me, and unfortunately, in doing my looking at the case, he came back from the hospital, but he came back still incompetent, which unfortunately does happen more often than not. They'll find him competent, but truthfully, he's not. So
Okay.
I tried to speak with him. He didn't want to talk to me. He remains uncooperative.
Well, he's being uncooperative this morning. They can't bring him over
Yeah.
to get him on Zoom. Apparently he's out on a PR bond on our case. So one, he's not earning any credit time and therefore the state's not counting that time. And they're not going to dismiss this misdemeanor. If you can reach out to PR bond, see if they can revoke the bond, do something to get him booked on this immediately, and then see what you're going to do with it, because we do need to do something on it.
Yes, Your Honor, I will move on it today.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Judge. Bye-bye.
All right, Mr. Lemke. Court calls a case of the state of Texas versus Raul Chacon, cause number 2023-0C05003. We're here on a bond reduction. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales, for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
And the defense.
And Your Honor, Jason Lemke, on behalf of a defendant, ready to proceed.
You are Raul Chacon.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. What do you have, Mr. Lemke?
Judge, my client's 54 years old. He came to El Paso as a child from Brownsville. He's been here for almost 50 years. He was working part-time landscaping when he was arrested, Your Honor. He has a friend's house he can stay at, Judge, and he did get an offer from Integrity as a maintenance worker before he was arrested. And right now he's not able to bond out. I talked to his family. He does have 7 children and 9 grandchildren, Judge. I'm sorry. So we were asking if we could get a PR bond for him for this one. I know he's being held on a self-family violence, and that bond's stuck at $2,500. I had a bond reduction last week in the jail med court. But on this one, it's $500. I would ask the court respectfully if you could have a $500 PR bond.
All right. What do you have, Mr. Morales?
Your Honor, the defendant has a prior driving while intoxicated, blood alcohol over 0.15. There were also at least a few mentions of theft by checks from 2000. I'm more concerned on the unfiled case. The facts in that AFV are concerning to me, but I don't want to bring that up since that's on the other filed case.
Is that a misdemeanor AFB or a felony?
It's a misdemeanor AFV, Your Honor.
Then it's going to fall in our court because he has the harassment case here. So what are the facts on that one?
Your Honor, my understanding of the facts is that he assaulted the caregiver of his sisters, and the caregiver noted, I believe, multiple strikes to the face. The offense report reads that she had a black eye when officers went to speak with her.
Okay. And do you have any other information on our case?
Let me see, Your Honor. I do not believe I have anything to contribute on that. Oh, that was the other thing, Your Honor. When the AFV incident occurred, there was some extraneous notes about the the defendant's still drinking and then proceeding to drive. Although that's not alleged as it would be extraneous.
Okay, what is the recommendation on our case?
On our case, Your Honor, would be 15 months probation.
I saw some prior assaults and AFVs on his rap sheet. Are those convictions or not?
I'm going through it right now, Your Honor, and I'm, let me see, I see one dismissal. And I see a criminal mischief. I only see one AFV. I don't see any more, but the one that I do have was dismissed.
Okay. All right, Mr. Chacon, where will you be residing?
Friend that he'll give me a place to stay.
What's the address, sir?
I don't know his address. I know he's on Rosedale, but I don't know exactly the number. He used to work for me. I used to own a little company, so he used to work for me. So I've known him for almost 30 years.
All right. Mr. Lemke, is he gonna make the $2,500 bond on the assault?
Judge, that's what I thought his son was gonna bond him out, but he still hasn't bonded him out, so I'm not 100% sure if he will or not.
Okay, well, he only has 12 days credit on our case, 14 days actually today. And I'd hate to give him a PR bond on this and then he not get out of jail and then he's not earning any other credit on our case. So what do you want to do?
Judge, could I ask my client, sir, is your son gonna be able to bond you out?
That's what he had said. I haven't really spoken to him. So he said he was gonna help me get me bond out.
When was that, sir?
Last time I spoke to him was actually Saturday, this past Saturday, ma'am, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Lemke, do you want to talk to him? Do you want me to grant the PR bond? What do you want?
Judge, if you could grant the PR bond, then I can try calling the son. I think that maybe his son can maybe put up the bond for the 2,500 and they would help out to get him out.
All right, then I'm going to grant a straight $500 PR bond under harassment with the following conditions, Mr. Chacon, that you have no contact whatsoever by any means, no phone, no writing, no go by to see her or have anybody else do these things for you, including your other children, with Ariel Chacon.
Yes, Your
You're
Honor.
to obtain employment, you'll have a curfew, you are to commit no new offenses, no illegal substances, and you're to show up to all court hearings and report to PR bonds as you're instructed to do so. Any violation of those conditions will cause a warrant for your arrest to be issued. Understood?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
All right, you may be excused. Ms. Yaldo, who do you have?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. I have Mr. Javier Reyes. We submitted paperwork.
Yes, who else?
That's it for me, Your Honor.
That's it? All right, let me have Javier Reyes, please.
Your Honor, he's in the previous floor. Let me just go to the next floor real quick. That's where we at.
Thank you.
Judge, may I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day. Thank you.
You too.
Judge, Mr. Morales brought over the motion to withdraw for Mr. Pastor. Do you need to speak with Mr. Morales or is that okay?
Just ask him to file all his motions to withdraw
Okay.
that he has.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Mr. Aguilar, who do you have?
Judge, I believe I have a bond hearing.
On Mr. Ochoa? Or Marisela Rodriguez?
No, Marisela Rodriguez, if it is a bond hearing,
That's a pretrial.
okay, yeah, if it was, I would have just waived it.
Okay, which one do you want to do? Mr. Ochoa is being uncooperative, apparently has some mental health issues.
I'm not surprised, Judge. I just spoke with his family and he suffers from epilepsy and related matters, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you want to try to get him down or what do you want to do?
No, if he's, no, that's okay, Judge. I'll figure this out another way because he has a pending felony and I got to figure out his mental health issues.
Okay. Then you're waiving the bond for today.
I'm sorry, Judge. I think your microphone was,
I say you're waiving the bond hearing for today.
yes, ma'am, I am.
If at any time you decide you want to go forward on that, please let us know.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely.
Court calls a case. Oh, we don't have Maricela Rodriguez yet, do we?
No, Your Honor, I do not believe so.
Okay, they went to get somebody else. So as soon as they're back with him, we'll, oh, is this Miss Rodriguez?
Yes, it is. That's her.
Court calls a case of the state of Texas versus Maricela Rodriguez Lopez, cost number 2023-0C02719. We're here for a pretrial. What says the state
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
and the defense?
And Daniel Avalar for Maricela Rodriguez, Your Honor. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning. She's got quite a bit of time on here. What's going on with a felony?
Judge, I've attended at least one hearing in the felony, Your Honor, and as of this morning, I am still negotiating with the felony attorney. I'm confident this will get resolved because she has some immigration issues, Your Honor.
Okay. Will it get resolved with the felony or is it going away? What do you think will happen?
I think it'll get resolved with the felony.
Okay, the felony is currently not set for trial until 2024.
I'm a little bit more urgent than that, Your Honor, because of her immigration status.
Okay,
I also have non-prosecution affidavits, and like I mentioned, I've contacted the felony attorney, Mr. Garcia, but this will go away sooner rather than later, Your Honor.
okay. We do need a waiver of arraignment on it. If you can get that to us, and then we will revisit the matter in about 3 months if it hasn't been resolved before then.
Absolutely.
Thank you. You may be excused.
Thank you, Judge. Oh, Judge, I'm sorry. I
Yes.
filed a continuance in one of our afternoon cases.
Okay, I don't know if I've seen it yet, but I'll take a look at it once we're done.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Uh-huh.
Your Honor, I have Mr. Reyes here.
Okay. Let me have Mr. Reyes. Court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Javier Reyes. Cause numbers 2019-0C03483 and 2023-0C01047. We're here for a plea of true, which says the state
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
and the defense.
Ana Yelda with the El Paso County Public Defender Office here on behalf of Mr. Reyes, also ready.
You are Javier Reyes.
Yes, correct, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear or affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Swear, ma'am.
Okay. Are you a U.S. citizen, Mr. Reyes?
Yes, I am.
On cause number 2019-0C03483, are you the same Javier Reyes that was placed on community supervision for DWI 2nd, September 26, 2019, out of this court?
Yes, you're correct.
The bailiff is going to show you a document marked judgment and sentence. Is that your signature there?
Mr. Reyes, right here.
Yes, sir. Oh, sorry, sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes.
Paragraph 2 of the motion to revoke alleges that between January and February 2020 and June through August 2020, you failed to report. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The next paragraph alleges that between January 2021 and February 2021, you failed to report. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Next paragraph alleges you failed to complete your, as a condition of probation, jail time. Is that true?
No, ma'am.
All right, is the state ready to proceed?
Your Honor, we'll waive that one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Paragraph 5 alleges you did not complete the victim impact panel. Is that true?
True, ma'am.
You completed it?
No, I did not complete it, ma'am. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
Paragraph 6 alleges you didn't do DWI school for repeat offenders. Is that true?
That's true, ma'am. I did not do.
Paragraph 7 says that you operated a motor vehicle without an interlock. Is that true?
No, ma'am, I was not. That's not true. I don't have a vehicle.
At no time did you drive somebody else's vehicle.
No, ma'am, I didn't. It was a
All
wrong.
right. Is the state going to prove that one up?
Your Honor, we'll waive it.
Paragraph 8 alleges that you failed to get the in-home unit. Is that true?
That's not true, ma'am. I had it.
You had it all the time that you were on probation?
Well, not all of the time, ma'am. I
All
was having financial trouble.
Paragraph 9 alleges that you failed to complete your community service hours. Is that true?
That's not true, ma'am. I
You
did
completed
complete-
all your community service hours.
Yes, I took food cans to.
Sir, I'm not asking you what you did. I'm asking you, you
sorry.
completed all your hours.
Yes, I did, ma'am.
State,
State will waive.
paragraph 10 alleges that you failed to pay your community supervision fees. Is that true?
Correct, ma'am.
Paragraph 11 alleges that you failed to pay your fine. True?
Correct.
Next one alleges you failed to pay your court cost. Is that true?
Correct.
That you failed to pay your lab fee. Is that true?
Correct, ma'am.
That you failed to pay your drug court fee. Is that true?
Correct.
Failed to pay your video fee. Is that true?
True, ma'am.
And lastly, that you failed to attend AA meetings at least 3 times a week. Is that true?
I started, but I didn't complete it, so it's true, ma'am.
Court will find that you are one and the same Javier Reyes is placed on community supervision on this case, September 26, 2019, that the terms and condition of your supervision were lawful and reasonable, and paragraphs 2 through 3 of the motion to revoke, and 5, 6, and 8, and then 10 through 16 are true.
Yes, ma'am.
The court is not going to follow the state's recommendation. Court is going to find you guilty, revoke your probation, sentence you to 60 days in jail, plus court costs with credit for time served on everything, and cause number 2023-0C01047 will be dismissed. Anything further, counsel?
Nothing further from the state.
Your Honor, I did check with the court liaison yesterday. He does have, I believe as of today, 25 actual days and meaning 50 days credit. So I believe he would only have about 5 more days to serve total on everything.
That's not up to my concern.
Of course, Your Honor, I'm just letting Mr. Reyes know.
All right. There's nothing further. You may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Judge.
Take care.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye-bye.
much.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Your Honor, that's it from me. May I please be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Bye-bye.
May I have Mr. Figueroa?
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning, Mr. Olivas.
Hi, Judge. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Hanging in there, Judge.
All right. Court calls the case of the state of Texas versus David Figueroa, or cases, cause numbers 2023-0C04055 and 2023-0C04297. We're here for a pretrial. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor. We are ready to proceed.
Good morning.
And
Honor.
the defense.
Good, thank you, Judge. Good morning, Judge. Jesus Soler, on behalf of Mr. Figueroa. We are ready.
All right, we set this for a pretrial because Mr. Figueroa has an ICE hold. He
Correct.
also has 70 or 80 days in jail now. So what do you wish to do on these?
Judge, I just got recently appointed on the 21st of last month, so I need a little bit of time. I understand Mr. Figueroa's predicament, but he's not going anywhere. So I need some time to go over his cases, talk to Mr. Morales. I don't know if there's a rec yet.
Mr. Morales?
There's a recommendation of 80 days.
Credit for time served.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well, that sounds awfully tempting. Can you put me through the
A breakout room?
yes, ma'am. You read
All
my
right. Let me see here. There they go. Okay. Rihanna, appoint Mr. Olivas on Mr. Pastor, since Mr. Morales is withdrawing,
Yes, Judge.
and we can have him on here right now. Who is on Holland? Which public defender?
Let me look at that motion real quick.
Okay.
You need Mr. Pastor right now, Your Honor?
Pardon?
Did you need Mr. Pastor right now?
Right after this hearing,
No problem.
you might as well bring him out. We're finishing up this other hearing and then we'll get to Mr. Pastor.
He's ready. I have him ready.
Okay, thank you.
Just saw that it is Mr. Huffman, but from what Mr. Morales just told me, he is in trial with Mr. Huffman.
Okay, would you contact the public defenders and see if somebody else is covering it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're back, Mr. Olivas?
yes, ma'am. A couple of issues, Judge. First of all, he is a Spanish speaker.
Oh,
He's a Spanish speaker, needs the assistance of an interpreter.
okay. What happened, staff?
Judge, we weren't informed that he spoke Spanish. I'll call an interpreter right now.
I can wait, Judge, and come right back on.
Okay,
And I will need a record, Judge.
it's on the record, actually.
Thank you.
Okay, we are going to appoint you on Robert Pastor. Mr. Alice Rafael just withdrew. Would you bring him out, please?
Pastor.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, I cannot hear you. I'm so sorry. I still hear nothing at all, Judge. I'm so sorry. I don't know what's going on.
Can you hear me now?
There you are, Judge.
Court calls the case of the state of Texas versus Robert Pastor, cause number 2023-0C02303. We're here on a bond reduction. What says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we are ready to proceed.
And the defense. Mr. Pastor, your attorney, Mr. Rafael Morales, had to withdraw because he has joined the public defender's office. So we have appointed the gentleman here, Mr. Jesus Olivas. He has not had an opportunity to speak to you. So we're going to reset the hearing for 1 week to give him an opportunity to go talk to you.
All right.
But a brief recap, Mr. Olivas.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Pastor has a prior DWI in 2020. He's been released on PR bond several times and has violated. June 22nd, he had some positive blows and didn't maintain his unit. September 22nd, he was on lockout. And January 2023, he skipped several tests. Then on June 2023, he failed to show up to a hearing. So.
Oh, I know where that bond hearing is going.
Is there a recommendation, Mr. Morales?
For Mr. Pastor, 1 moment, Your Honor. Your Honor, the recommendation is 18 AP.
Okay.
Oh, Judge, is it fine if I comments on? Oh,
Is there a jail time rec as well, Mr. Morales?
Not at this time, Your Honor, but I would say something in the ballpark of 60 days.
Okay.
How long has he been in there, Judge? Do you know?
This last time, 11 days, but since he's been revoked, I'm sure he has more time.
Okay.
So we will revisit this for 1 week out. And give you some time, or 2 weeks, whatever you prefer, Mr. Olivas.
2 weeks, Judge, and if I can wrap
weeks.
it up earlier, I will let you guys know.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Your Honor, they're going to get an interpreter on. It's either going to be Jesus or Gloria.
Okay.
Your Honor, that concludes the downtown list, except for Mr. Ochoa. Do we still need to see Mr. Ochoa or?
No, they went ahead and waived it.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
Did you have Figueroa or not? No?
Negative, ma'am.
No? Okay, then you may be excused. Thank
Okay,
you.
thank you, Your Honor.
Judge,
Yes.
Mr. Huffman's chief will be coming in for him on the bond hearing, Renee Vargas.
Okay, thank you. So let's see if we get Mr. Vargas first or the interpreter. How's your brother, Jesus? I haven't seen him in ages.
I was going to ask you the same thing. I haven't seen him in a long time. People keep asking me if he retired. So I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I haven't seen him. I don't know what he's doing. He's getting up there in age, though, so who knows? Although I'm older than him, but maybe he hit the big jackpot and never told anybody. I don't know.
Maybe that lotto.
Yeah. So who knows, Judge? I haven't seen or heard of him. I've been meaning to give him a call, though, just to follow up, see how he's doing. I'll tell him everybody's looking for him. There are a lot of people looking for him. How you been,
As
Judge?
long- As long as it's not the police.
True, or the wife, right?
Uh,
That's always not always good.
right. May I have Mr. Holland, please?
Okay, I'll stand by, Judge. Thank you.
Thank you. As soon as we get the interpreter, we'll get to it.
No problem.
Good morning, Mr. Vargas.
Good morning, Judge. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
Good, thank you.
They are getting your client now.
Okay, I appreciate that. To be perfectly honest with the court, this sort of took me by surprise, this setting this morning. If it's all right, if I'd be allowed a few minutes on a breakout room with Mr. Holland just to discuss a few matters. Since Mr.
Sure.
is in trial.
Judge, I think you have the wrong person to the breakout room.
Yes, I'm going to reassign you, but
Yeah,
apparently they left that other one open.
okay.
So let me see if I can get you out of there.
Well, I declined, so maybe that helps.
Okay, good.
With
Then,
an invitation, I'm gonna go in there, Your Honor, and I really appreciate the court bearing with me. Thank you.
as quickly as possible, please.
Your Honor, it's going to be Mr. Portugal.
Okay. I guess he hadn't had a chance to speak to him, so maybe he didn't know he needed an interpreter. Good morning, Mr. Portugal.
Good morning, Your Honor. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well, Your Honor.
We'll be with you shortly.
Okay, sounds good. I'll be here on standby.
All done, Mr. Vargas?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, court calls the cases of the state of Texas versus Bubba Holland, cause number 2023-0C04639 and 2023-0C04320. We're here for bond reduction, what says the state?
Daniel Alejandro Morales for the state of Texas, Your Honor, we're ready to proceed.
And the
Sure.
defense.
Renee Vargas on behalf of Mr. Holland, ready, Your Honor.
You are Bubba Holland.
Yes, ma'am.
Raise your right hand, sir. Solemnly swear affirm testimony you may give in this matter be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, what do you have, Mr. Vargas?
Yes, Your Honor, it looks like Mr. Holland was out on bond on an assault, family violence from your court, and then picked up a subsequent violation of protective order.
Correct.
We'd asked that the court, I know that SB 6 prohibits him getting a personal bond, but in lieu of that, I asked the court to reduce his bond significantly. Right now, he has a total of $7,500 of bonds in your court on these two misdemeanors, and that does not include the bond on the burglary of habitation that he has pending in the 210th. If released, he would stay away from the complaining witness in this case, and in fact be living with his sister at 10661 Vista del Sol, number 44. He does have prior criminal history, Your Honor, but I'll remind the court that it looks like he came back and took his medicine, and the purpose of a bond is to secure his presence back in court. And I just asked the court to consider that, and we asked for a reduction in bonds somewhere south of $2,000 total, Your Honor. He's indigent. He's been in jail for 54 days, and anything more than that would be cost prohibitive to Mr. Holland.
Mr. Morales.
Your Honor, I think that we've mostly gone ahead and go over the same thing, but this is the VPO and the AFV victim are the same. There is a pending BOH with the same victim. We're here. This third time would be the charm, Your Honor. I think that if he hasn't learned the lesson by now, I don't know when he's going to learn the lesson with this particular complaining witness about leaving her alone. And that's where my primary concern is.
All right. The court at this time is going to deny the bond reduction. We will be setting this for a pretrial on the AFB and the VPO. Anything further?
Nothing further from the state, Your Honor.
Nothing, Your Honor, and thank you again.
Thank you.
For court's patience.
All right, may I have Mr. Figueroa again, please? I'm going to be turning on the interpreter function, so we'll be picking a language.
We're ready at the annex.
All right. Yes. All right, back on the record, on the cases of David Figueroa, Mr. Olivas.
Thank you, Judge. I spoke to Mr. Figueroa on the breakout room. And he informs me he is in the United States here illegally with no legal right to enter or remain in the United States. Consequently, as you mentioned earlier, Judge, he does have an ICE hold.
Yes.
I informed him because of his status and under the case of Padilla versus Kentucky, he has every right to go talk to an immigration lawyer. He's indicated to me he does not want to get the consult of an immigration lawyer, that he wants to proceed with the case as is. I spoke to him about the offer of the 30 days credit for time served. He is indicated to me that he wants to take that case. He wants to take the 80 days rather.
Okay. That being the case, then if the state will forward plea papers to Mr. Olivas, as soon as we get those back, Mr. Olivas, we will schedule this for a plea.
Just one more thing, Judge. Mr. Figueroa, you heard me recite to the judge your wishes, did you not?
Sí, señor.
Okay, and the way I indicated to the judge were your wishes, I am correct, yes, correct?
Sí, correcto.
You do not want to speak to an immigration judge. I mean lawyer, I'm sorry.
No, no quiero hablar.
And you're willing to accept the 80 days as credit for time served, realizing that's going to have a tremendous effect on any future applications for citizenship or residency. You understand that, right?
Sí, sí entiendo eso. Sí. Estoy de acuerdo
Yes.
con el abogado.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Then you, if
Gracias.
that's all you have, you may be excused. I believe that concludes our 11 o'clock docket, so everybody else may be excused as well. Thank you
Judge.
very much.
Gracias.
Send me the plea paper, señor.
Of course, I'll send them.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.